Are you part of a nonprofit organization, a youth group looking to raise cash for your cause? Stay tuned at the end of this video to learn how you can bring the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation to your town live, featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Through the ages, across generations, we've searched to know everything. Now, our biggest questions will be answered. It's absolutely everything you need to know about WWE. From inside the ring facts to beyond the ring history. Everything WWE is right here. Absolutely everything you need to know. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders from MWF Studios just north of Boston in downtown Melrose, Mass. in the zip code of champions 02176.
Let's run down WWE TLC from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sunday, October the 22nd, 2017, a pay-per-view marred by a meningitis scare that forced the removal of both Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt from the pay-per-view, along with the continued absence of Bo Dallas in-ring announcer JoJo. The Countdown show really, this night more than others, sucked. It does nothing to inspire or excite you about the upcoming pay-per-view like the Countdown show should. You have reporters that fans aren't familiar with. You have the always boring David Otunga, who isn't going to inspire anyone other than to maybe change the channel. You have interchangeable women that no one really care about, or the fans have no vested interest in. Where are the veterans, the legends, the Hall of Famers to provide insight into the biggest live events of the year? I like Renee Young, but the rest was complete garbage and did nothing to convince anyone to order WWE Network. If you watch a football game on any given Sunday on any given network, you have people that played the game, people that can provide real insight and analysis about what's going to happen and what happened, and you have nothing like that in WWE. Again, to me, that's a turnoff. The Countdown show match was Sasha Banks defeating Alicia Fox via submission. It was a good match. The ladies worked really hard, but in the end, nobody cared. It felt like it was the 6,000th time these two have wrestled each other. Alicia has been acting crazy again. Sasha continues to be Sasha, and it was what it was. TLC opened with another women's match as Asuka made her WWE main roster debut, defeating Emma via submission. Another match that was good. Both ladies worked hard. There was some actual sincere interest in seeing the undefeated NXT Women's Champion here. The match was nothing extraordinary, but I was very happy to see Asuka's debut come against an undercard female as opposed to blowing through a prime rival right off the bat. Again, when you have a roster of about 6 to 8 women at any given time, it's hard to keep things fresh, but the debut was more than enough to carry interest in this matchup. In a match that saw many televisions and computers change over to The Walking Dead on AMC, Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander defeated Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher, another example of guys taking advantage of an opportunity, being given valuable pay-per-view time. They worked very hard. What they did was solid, but the fans are so indifferent towards anything labeled 205 Live, you just shrug your shoulders at it. Other than my buddy Rich Swann, who is a hell of an athlete, hell of a guy, he competed here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation in the past, I honestly couldn't care less if I never saw any of the other three the way they're presented right now again. And that's nothing against the three of them, it's just the way it's presented right now. In another women's match, Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss retained over Mickie James. I don't think anyone expected James to leave as champion. Afterwards, James cut a promo saying she'd have more title matches and more title runs in the future, and that was met with a very tepid response, to say the least. Again, Mickie made the most of the opportunity WWE gave to her on pay-per-view, and there's really nothing more you can ask for. Enzo Amore defeated the WWE Cruiserweight Champion Kalisto to win the title. Amore cut a promo in the ring after the matchup. Amore has helped give 205 a bit of a fresh coat of paint. It's a roster that nobody cares about, and they've been taught not to care about any of the athletes on the 205 roster. Kalisto had that big run when he defeated Alberto Del Rio a couple of years back, but then has been in no man's land ever since. Finn Balor defeated AJ Styles. Styles was the replacement for Bray Wyatt. Fresh off of an international SmackDown tour, this was an excellent matchup. Not a dream match, not a match of the year, but an outstanding match with two world-class athletes. With no build-up or storyline to it, it wasn't going to have a lot of added sizzle to it. Having the match take place at a B pay-per-view like TLC instead of WrestleMania or SummerSlam was going to take away from the atmosphere as well. AJ is going to be feuding with Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship on SmackDown. Having him lose here wasn't the best of ideas for AJ, but Finn Balor has been castrated in this awful Bray Wyatt feud. It wasn't going to help his cause if he was pinned by the guy from SmackDown. It was a very enjoyable match, worth going out of your way to see. Elias came out to sing after the first match, and Jason Jordan threw fruit at him. Elias came out after the women's title match to sing. Jordan tossed more garbage at him. Elias came out for a third time after Finn Balor's win and heckled him again, leading to a singles match in the death spot of the pay-per-view. As Jason Jordan defeated Elias with a small package. Can't fault the effort here, and the fans didn't seem bored with the match at all. That was a good sign. I continue to believe that there's a world of main event potential in Jason Jordan, but WWE must end the Kurt Angle father nonsense that the fans don't believe in and that the fans don't like. If this creative idea is going to hurt a talent, not help him, why bother to continue it? Why insult the fans' intelligence? In the main event, it was Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose defeating The Miz, Sheamus, Cesaro, Braun Strowman, and Kane in a 5-on-3 handicap TLC match. This match was a mess before Roman Reigns was removed from it due to the meningitis scare. Why would a babyface general manager ever make it a handicap match to begin with? Why was The Miz allowed to just randomly add people to the heel team? Why have a big multi-person main event like this less than a month before Survivor Series? Once Roman was out, why waste the return of Angle in this match after 11 years out of WWE competitive action? In the end, WWE tried to do right by the fans. WWE gave fans a big return in Kane, plus a monster return by Angle in the proverbial dream match of Balor and Styles. When it's all said and done, it felt like a waste to me. We polled the fans on our MWF Project X Twitter account for their feedback. 76% would have preferred to see Angle's return come at one of the big four pay-per-views. 24% were happy that it took place last night at TLC. It looks like Braun Strowman could be headed for a big babyface turn. He had a couple of intense showdowns with Kane. But is it too soon for that, with Raw lacking on the heel side? It's also very clear by watching this show how thin the entire roster is on Raw, as well as SmackDown for that matter. When you have to put together the same matches with the same people week after week, month after month, to the point fans are either tuning out or the fans are indifferent about the product, that's a major problem. WWE can go into lulls between the major pay-per-views. It happens, I get it. But the biggest problem they have right now is depth, the number of physical bodies they can utilize on weekly television. I continue to believe that over-pushing the women has turned off more fans than it's turned on, and having one or two stale cruiserweight matches on Raw each week hasn't helped either. What's the solution? I could give you a book-length answer to that one. In the end, I thought the effort was there, a lot of hard work from top to bottom. I just look at it as a show that could have used more direction going in, with so many women's and cruiserweight matches that the fans didn't care that much about. That was more than half the card. However, the fan base that is staying with WWE, they like this event. Our Twitter poll had 57% thumbs up, 31% thumbs in the middle, 12% thumbs down. I would have given it a thumbs in the middle, just because the work, there was a lot of hard work on this show. Everybody tried. What was presented was executed well. It's just, I didn't really enjoy much of what was on this show. What did you think of WWE TLC, fans? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below.
Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to let you know how the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation can come to your city live to help raise cash for your nonprofit cause. Experience the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation live in your city, throughout New England, the tri-state area, down through the Carolinas, out to our friends in the Midwest and beyond.
If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner to work with every step of the way.
The MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere and anywhere.
Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town. Not for a wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph and pose photo opportunities, Q&A sessions, and so much more. It's the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and greet reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more.
Our live events are fit for fans of any age from 5 to 95. This fall, as part of our new Kids Club program, we offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far on our local television offerings and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platforms.
Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the NWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause.
Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you'll want to bring back year after year to your community.
Don't just take it from us. Here are the folks we've teamed up with in the past: